Okay, hello, this is going to be a quick video showing fixing a Compaq Presario CQ62. It's an old laptop which has a fan issue. I've kind of organized things so that I'm not left, the video doesn't result in me having to purchase a part. So I'll just go through the steps that I originally followed to figure out what the problem was and isolate the fans, so that we didn't end up buying parts that we don't need. So without further ado, because I'm on a bit of a time limit, let's get into it. So, and I'm pleased to report that the monitor on the streaming PC, which failed earlier in the week when I tried to fix the backlight again, this monitor, the LG monitor, some of you will already be familiar with it because I've raved on about it on the Atari forum. This monitor developed a backlight problem after about a couple of years, which is basically bad soldering at the factory, and eventually stripped down the panel. Resoldered the, I don't need that on here, resoldered the connection from the inverter to the CCFL, and that fixed it, but the problem resurfaced a couple of weeks back. It just results in a flickering backlight. So I stripped it down again, and all the taking apart and reassembly of the panel, you know, at the end of if you've ever dismantled an LCD screen to the point of taking it out of the frame, it's got these flexible plastic layers which have actually got components on them, resistors and capacitors or whatever, or chips, and they obviously can't go inside of the screen, so they sort of hang out at the edge of the screen on these flappy, I don't know what you would call it, what the material is, but there's traces on these external flappy bits, and some of the traces got broken on there because I cocked up putting the screen back together, so that had to be thrown away. But the next day I went into one of these local pawnbrokers, and there was almost the same monitor, the M227WDP, which is what's on the desk now, for 45 quid. It's an expense I could have done without, but I bought it anyway. And the problem with the WDP is that it doesn't have any S-video or AV inputs on the back. It's just got component, DVI, HDMI, VGA, but the logic board on the old monitor is still good. So what I'm going to wait, I'll probably wait until the warranty's out, and then I'm going to take the panel out of the new monitor, well, second-hand new, and transplant it to the old one, or just transplant the old logic board into this case and drill holes for the extra inputs, because this case is in better shape than the other one. But anyway, that's beside the point. We're back up and running again, and a special thank you to MyTech Controls from Atari Age. I hope he doesn't mind me mentioning that he made a kind donation to the to Atari 8 effectively, for recognition with for all the work I've done on the Ultimate BIOS, which helped a very great deal with these unexpected expenses. So thank you, Michael. Okay, so let's get into this. So this laptop came in. The owner was, or the owner's father, Looked up the problem, and that made life a little bit easier because he said that there was a fan error when the machine was powered on. I've got the screen connected, so we'll see if we can generate this error that we get when we power up. See if we can turn it on. I should get a display. There we go. So we've got the, here we are. So you can see this. Hopefully you can read that. And here we get some nice interference on the camera. So it shuts down with a fan error code. There we go. So the options here were that the fan was dead, or it was clogged up, blocked up somehow. But before I went ahead and ordered the part, what I thought I would do, we could either measure output on the fan header, but what I decided to do was get a spare fan, which happened to have the same connector as this one, which we will do again. We'll repeat that step. Where's this tester fan? This is a little fan out of some Samsung netbook which I threw out, so let's pop this one off here, disconnect the original fan. I was quite lucky to have this. As I say, you could measure the output on the pins easily enough. Not really a problem. Is this the right one? Or is this the wrong one? That's the wrong fan. It's this one here. Not sure where this one came from, but this fits. So we'll... Apologies to anyone expecting Atari related content today, but this just being a bit diverse, just doing something a little bit different, just to show what we get up to. So we're going to reconnect. We're not bother reconnecting the screen. We just want to see if we get a fan spin with this other fan. Obviously we won't run it with the other fan because it's not connected to the heatsink. Right, let's reconnect the power. So we've got the different fan connected and we power on, and you can probably see there that we've got a spinning fan. So the fan was going faster and faster there because the BIOS was sensing that no matter how fast the fan was going, the CPU CPU temperature kept going up. So now we know that it's a bad fan. We order the fan from eBay for £2, and we'll go ahead and swap it over. So let's get rid of the case. Just pop that down here among a pile of other bits, and let's set about replacing this fan. So that we didn't order the entire heatsink, obviously, so what we're going to have to do is take the heatsink off. Just remember that we're going to have to get some thermal paste as well to finish this off. So it wasn't very well planned, this stream, never mind. There we go, that's off straight away. So we're going to clean the old thermal paste off. Now let's get our replacement fan. There's our replacement fan. So you just get the top section. So what we're going to have to do here is remove this entire top section. This metal section is just reused. So we'll pop this off. We're going to have to take all the little screws out. Very tiny black screws on the bottom. If this is the right bit. I've got the wrong screwdriver head in. Yeah, I've got the wrong screwdriver head in. Let's get the right one. Presumably people will be turning up to watch this video and leaving in disgust. but normal service will be resumed as possible. I thought this was worth filming because it's a fairly common sort of problem. So we don't have to clean that fan out, it's filthy and full of dust, but we will give the fins a little bit of a dust. Blow the dust out of it, it's not actually too bad. Any more muck we need to get off there? Nah. Right, so get our replacement part, which I have. Wait a minute. Oh, that's interesting. This is a used part. The replacement fan comes with dust pre-attached. That's nice. Let's get rid of some of this dust. Didn't realise there's a pull. Probably I read the description, it would probably say it was pulled from a working laptop, but never mind. I thought I was getting a new fan there. That's okay. Okay, pop this back on here. Pop our screws back in. I'm working on a bit of a time limit here because I'm going to get invaded shortly. And put the screws in. Always turn them anti-clockwise a few turns before you hear them click, so you don't strip the thread and the plastic. Oh, yeah, this one's already been stripped. So whoever took this fan off the donor managed to strip the plastic threads. Nice. Thanks for that. Now they're all stripped. Marvellous. I guess they won't fall out. Let's hope not. Right, let's get a scraping tool. Get rid of these bits of old thermal compound. Scrape these off. Take this RAM off. I was going to put some extra RAM in this machine, but in two minds about it. Ugh. Yuck. We'll get the thermal compound off the processor and then we'll go at it with a Q-tip. Get it nice and clean. Yeah, one watching. Okay. We'll give that going to give that case a bit of a clean out as well. I'm tempted to change the RTC battery as well because I did notice a fleeting battery error. I'm going to go get my thermal paste. Where's my thermal paste? That's a good question. That is a good question. Where's my thermal paste? Aha! There it is. Is there anything else I need while I'm down here? No. Dum-de-dum. Okay. A bit of a clean. Yes, just when you thought nothing could have less mass appeal than fixing old 30-year-old Ataris. And you do a laptop video. And you get one viewer. AMD Athlon. Oh, never even paid attention to what chip was on this thing. Try and get this as clean as possible so we've got no obstructions between the heatsink and the die. So there must have been space for an alternative GPU on this board, not populated. So I don't know what the must maybe a choice of GPUs. This has got an AMD GPU on it, an Athlon. What is it? Diffused in Germany, 2009 AMD Athlon 2. There we go. Okay, copper a quick clean up. I love cleaning stuff. I do enjoy it. Okay, let's get rid of this crap. Have a nice clean environment. There we go. Okay, let's clean this plectrum. I'm going to use this as a kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Well, this is going to pass over both of these chips, so we just do a bit of this. Probably far too much on there. What's the word I'm looking for? Spatula, that's the word I'm looking for. Let's clean this excess off here. Not really a problem. We're just gonna spread this around a little bit. Looks nice and even. Doesn't have to be perfect. Not too much on this one. I'll steal some from there and put it on here. That ought to do the trick. And we're going to pop this back on here. Very worried about these threaded screws. It's very disappointing. Cool. Right. There we go. It's nice and safe. I'll tighten up these screws again. I'll pop the header back in. Right way. I guess it is. Okay. And we can test the fan. If I grab the case, because we need the DC in. connector. This will connect the screen as well. A lot of dust in here, so we'll go away and clean this before we finish. There we go. Connect the DC in. Get some power. Power on. And we immediately get a fan. You can hear that. Let's see if we get a boot. No device found. That makes sense because we haven't got the hard disk in the machine. But the fan error has gone away. And I guess that there isn't a problem with the RTC battery, but I might replace that anyway, just for the hell of it. So there we go, fixed. And I checked the time and it is 2:45. And this stream was 20 minutes long. Wow. So I'll go away and put this together. And that is one fixed laptop. So short and sweet video. So that was one fan replacement on an old Compaq laptop, and I hope you found it interesting, and I will see you in the next video.